Hey, Sea Life. I wanted to drop in and touch base with you all regarding the church's current response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Rest assured, David, Paul, and I have spent hours discussing, lamenting, praying, and trying to discern what we believe is the next right step for us as a church. We've worked diligently to guard our minds from being informed by the latest social media post. Instead, we've sought counsel from trusted doctors, local hospital administrators, a nationally recognized epidemiologist, and our overseers. And we recognize the charged political climate we all live in, but we also recognize it's imperative that we as Christians rise above the rhetoric and make decisions that we feel are in the best interest of our witness in the communities we serve. There's no question in our minds that our local hospitals are rapidly nearing capacity. In just the past 2 weeks, we have learned of a number of our friends and fellow Sea Lifers who have been dramatically impacted by this virus. We have friends who are in ICU units due to COVID, and family members who have needed emergency care but had to be transported to a different facility because of capacity concerns. Over the past few weeks, many of our staff and Dream Teamers have had to quarantine due to sickness or because of necessary contact tracing protocols. And this has made it difficult to properly staff our campuses each Sunday. Now, we recognize that any change we make is going to be way too much for some while simultaneously not being nearly enough for others. Because of this, we're asking that you give us charity in your response to the protocols we're going to roll out beginning this weekend at all physical Sea Life campuses. Our goal has been to connect people to God and one another, and we trust that you will stay the course with us so that we can continue to do just that in these strange times. So beginning this Sunday, we will implement the following protocols. First, service capacity will be reduced on each campus. This means it's really important that you make a reservation for you and your family. Going to the reservation page will allow you to see how many seats remain at each service. And if your preferred service is full, select a different service. If they're all full, please join us that week at our online campus. The second thing is masks will be required while you're on campus. We don't prefer it either, but we feel like it's the best decision to require masks throughout the worship experience each week. All of the medical professionals we've consulted agree that the rate of viral transmission is greatly reduced when everyone is socially distanced and wearing masks. Third, our services will be slightly shorter. This will reduce the amount of time we're in corporate worship together and reduce the number of people in the lobby between services. Again, we know that there are informed people who wish we were doing less and informed people who wish we were doing more. And we appreciate and understand the tension because these decisions have not been easy for us to make. We found ourselves caught between loving our neighbor by shutting down completely and loving our neighbor by creating opportunities for people to physically connect. Our theology has space for both of those expressions of loving our neighbor. So like Jesus, our objective has never been to create or advocate public policy. Our objective is to love others the way we are loved by Christ. Now, with all of that being said, could you use a little good news? The experts with whom we've consulted are saying that the good news on the vaccine front is in fact a light at the end of the tunnel. There may well be some difficult days and tough decisions on the immediate horizon, but there is a growing sense of optimism that this season will soon pass. So for now, we will continue to do what God has called us to do with joy in our hearts because we know He is going to be faithful. We are going to continue to evaluate the situation and our response to it. We are going to continue to pray that God would give us wisdom to know how to lead during this time. We're going to continue to pray for our friends and neighbors who are battling this virus as well as a host of other issues and illnesses. We will continue to seek new ways to connect people to God and one another. So thank you. Thank you for staying connected and committed to the vision God has given to us as His church. When we lay aside our personal preferences for the sake of the kingdom, Christ is magnified and His mission to change the world moves forward in power.